Yeah, I thought it was a pretty back and forth game. Yeah, I think take the air out of your game when you give up that goal quick in the third. But at that point we're still in a tie game and just kind of just had that lull, and they made us pay, and we couldn't get it back. But things to like and things to improve on.
Was there frustration? Did that affect the game? I know it happens in every game. You don't get the calls you want, but did that affect, or was that not an underlying factor?
Well, there was frustration for sure. I mean, you trade one of our best players for a guy that we don't mind keeping in the game, and I think you don't generally see that happen, but it is what it is, and they made the call, and and at that point it's a 2-2 game. We go out and score, so it's not super relevant to the outcome, but there was some frustration, and we got to be you just got to tiptoe that line of having some passion versus letting things get to you a little too much. And at the end of the day, they made one more play than we did.
New Year's Eve be a better example of you guys managing that properly.
Yeah, I mean, it's similar. The line's so hard to walk. It's easy to go on either side of it, but I'd rather have 20 pissed off guys that care than 20 guys that are tucking their tail between their legs and not involved in the game.
What deviated in the third period in terms of the identity that you guys usually exhibit throughout the third periods but didn't tonight?
Just too much time and space. We were a little sluggish on our reads, and they just had a little more jump to start the third, and our line gives up the first one, and pretty uncharacteristic for us, and then we give up another quick one. So that won't be the norm, but it cost us tonight.
We're not even halfway through the season, so this may be way too early. But yes, leapfrog Vancouver to a playoffs, but Utah's right on your tail. Are you guys paying attention to those teams being around you?
Yeah, I mean, you got to have your finger on the pulse. It's too early to call it a playoff chase at this point, but you got to keep yourself in that pack and competitive down the stretch to give yourself a chance to be in what really becomes the race down the stretch. For me, that's probably after the deadline you really start looking at that stuff. But for now, if you don't win games and don't beat teams, it was a 4-point night, and so was the New Year's Eve game. So you got to be aware of those types of things. But at the end of the day, at this stage of the season, you're still trying to improve and get your team better for that time down the stretch when you'll start to see separation in the league when it gets down to it. The best teams start to win games when it matters.